Okay, we'll get started. Welcome, everybody. Got a little intimate group today. I'm recording it since there's not a lot of people here. Um, oh, also, here, I'm going to put this in the chat. I'm doing a free event tonight. My Insight Timer Live, I do it the first Wednesday of every month. And yeah, it's free if you're interested. Tonight's is on enoughness. So if you have feelings of unworthiness, unlovable, not enough, we're going to work on healing that. Thank you for being here today. So what we're going to do is something that takes, I believe, great courage and vulnerability, because we're going to talk about and meditate on food, man. Even just starting to think about it, I know this has been challenging for me. Letting go of blame and taking responsibility for the part of us that is looking to heal. Now, that being said, sometimes there's cases and instances where what we're going to do, it really is an abusive situation, or it really is wildly unhealthy. In that case, our inner wisdom will tell us and let us know. But we can be in relationships. We're going to look at other people to help heal ourselves today. So this is any type of relationship. We can be in relationships where our wounds come up and the other person's wounds come up and we're triggered. But there's still a sense of love underneath of it and safety underneath of it, of like, this person isn't intentionally trying to hurt me. This isn't abusive. This is just, some human wounds coming up. And it's a safe space for us to look at this, communicate, talk through it, and heal. So there's a distinct difference as we're talking today. So we can use, and again, takes great courage, the outside world, people, so again, talking about relationships today, to be a clue as to what we're actually asking for from ourselves. So I'm a big teacher of self-love. I created a course on Insight Timer called Profound Healing Through Self-Love. So it's something that's been like weaving itself through my life for my whole life, but then teaching it the last 10 years. And I share this because, as pissed off as my mind is 99% of the time, wanting to blame and going, you're not giving me this thing, how dare you? Yes, on one level that is true. So we don't want to be in denial, being like, that's not real. Like, of course, on one level that's true. But we want to look at quantum physics a second. That age-old adage that is said, you can't love others unless you love yourself, is so true energetically and scientifically. It's not just like a nice saying. Because unless we're in that vibration and frequency of love, which is also self-love, we're not going to be able, if we're all energetic beings dressed in meat suits, we're not going to be able to attract situations from people already in our lives that are in vibrational alignment with love, unless we're in vibrational alignment with love. Now, when we're young, if we're not given that type of healthy love that we need innocently, we believe there's something wrong with us. It gives us a sense of control and power. So we believe, I guess I'm not worthy and deserving of love because it wasn't given to me. Well, just because it wasn't given to you doesn't mean you're not worthy and deserving of it. It just wasn't given to you because the person around you was wounded. So we must, again, my brain gets pissed off when it hears this all the time. We must have it inside of us first in order to receive it in the outside world. Now, how can we let go of being victims to our life and feel more empowered when we start to use life as a clue? Damn, I keep noticing I'm asking for this thing from this person always. That person, life, the experiences are a reflection of you. So we can be these sovereign, powerful, conscious co-creators and not victims to life when we realize, damn, this is hard to take responsibility for, but there must be a part of me that is doing this to myself as well. So I'm attracting that towards me. Doesn't mean bad things don't happen. That again, remember in the beginning, I said we have to sometimes intuitively address, right? Have a conversation with a person, leave a situation. Like we have that wisdom guiding us. Okay. So let's take a second to use this wisdom. We're going to release blame and we're going to just get curious about what part of us is calling ourselves home. It looks choppy. My thing just froze for a second. So if for some reason you guys are having trouble on your end, let me know. I can always try to switch over to a different internet. Looks like it's okay again. So I want you to think back to an argument, or we're not going to go back into the pain here. We're looking, we're going, we're being curious for a second. Being really vulnerable because we got to let go of blame here for a second. What do you find yourself in your head craving and asking for from this person or these people? If they could just be blank or more blank, then I'd be okay. Now, in our defense, when we were little, we were programmed. That was done to us. We couldn't come and be these conscious, creative beings. We don't know that. Life doesn't work that way in a realistic sense. So, we're not looking to like situations of when we were little, we were craving this because we should have gotten that, originally from the people around us, ideally. So let's look at like more of our adult lives. Maybe you can kind of think into the last, and maybe it wasn't even an outward argument, but something pissed you off about, something that someone did, and you were like, God, if that person could be more understanding, if they could just hear me, if they could just see me. God, I'm always misunderstood. If mine is kindness and patience. If they could just be more kind. Why can't you be more kind? Like maybe you even hear it come out of your mouth a lot. That's what I say often to my significant other. I'll say, can't you just be more kind and patient? Those are my 2 words. So take a second to reflect. What are you wishing the world would give you? And maybe you look at it like in the context at large. Like if my employer or my family would be more to me, I'd be okay. Just get real honest with yourself. So I'm just going to give you a second. I'm going to take 60 seconds just to listen and breathe and scan. What are you wanting from other people? What feeling do you wish? That usually comes up in arguments. If you could be more this, I'd feel more loved, safe, accepted, okay. Okay. So maybe you have a word or 2. Now, this doesn't let people off the hook for bad behavior. Remember, if your intuition says I need to talk to this person, or even just say, hey, these are my feelings, we got to handle life on that level. And maybe it says, oh, wow, I see it totally differently now. It's okay. We can let that go. So trust yourself there. But in the greater context of self-love, this is actually what you're finding right now, something that you are craving from yourself, a part that you disowned way long ago to be loved and accepted and approved of. and it is screaming to you. So with my codependent upbringing, I had perfectionist tendencies, and so I'm very impatient with my progress and success and how well I was doing in the world, which was very unkind. So my inner child, through conversations, was screaming to me. What a beautiful gift. We can see what we need. Was screaming, saying, "You're unkind. You're impatient." Because if I were to feel that patience and kindness with myself in arguments and wherever, it's like, oh, you're a human. You're going to mess up. You can take as long as we need. It's not going to have that wounded sting. And then I'll pull out different experiences from other people. And then I'll be more kind and patient with them because I have it inside. So know that you can set the intention right now. So let's close our eyes and feel your bottom on the ground. Put your hand on your heart if you want. Let's set the intention and say to ourselves right now, as painful as this is, as much as I want to blame and defend and protect myself, I'm willing to use what I'm seeing right now as an opportunity to gather more information about the mirror of life, reflecting back to me what I deeply long to give myself first, and then the outside world can meet me there. So take a deep breath. Whatever your word or words are, let's set the intention now. I intend to give myself this, fill in the blank. I know it might not be easy, and that my old programs will come up, but I will continue to use the mirror of life to let me know when this part is healed or needing my attention. So I choose to give this to myself now, taking full responsibility. I forgive those who handed this down to me when I was young. They did it of psychological innocence. They didn't know to give this to me because they could not give it to themselves. But I know that I can give it to me. So I choose to go on the journey, no matter how long it takes, and do it now. So as we slowly close our eyes, if they're not closed yet, moving into the meditation, if you want to put some music on, you can. Otherwise, let's just sit quietly with ourselves today. Feeling that physical connection between your body and the seat. We're going to take an elevator ride from the patterns of our head just down into our being and our body. Letting our mind know we're taking a break for the next 12 minutes to heal. And so we just sink down in, and we're behind our eyes and we're in our body. It's almost like we're in one of those salt caves that's cleansing and calming and clearing and warm. And our body is connected under us. And we're just letting go of any of this stuff that doesn't serve us anymore. And we're choosing to know that it is far from silly, that self-love is the most potent of medicines. Scientifically shown to change the cells of our body, to vibrate in harmony with health and vitality. And so we breathe 3 times deep down into the belly. Nice and slow. We meet here in this sacred space to slow down from the fast pace of the world, to take this respite from the energetic chaos. Breathing into the belly and welcoming stillness. There is a peace, there is a stillness that holds the chaos, that holds the energy. Can you find that stillness amidst the storm? You're not forcing it, it's just here and you're noticing it. Just a different seat to sit in. You don't have to add the seat or take away the seat or make the chair. Just moving to a different seat at the table. Breathing, relaxing, slowing down. Offering ourselves stillness. Self-love begins with how we talk to ourselves and what we offer ourselves. So the words that you came up with earlier, just gently in your mind, repeating after me. I'm sorry that you are hurting. I'm sorry that you weren't given this and this when you were young. That must have been really hard. It makes sense to me why you've been seeking it in the world. Of course you would. But today we realize that that is an endless loop with no finish line. That the antidote lives in me. And then the world can meet us. I hear you, and I see you, and I understand your pain. I'm offering you the comfort that you've been longing for. And I want you just to sit with yourself for a moment in this feeling that you've had for a really long time of not being able to get this thing. The discomfort of not having the love or the kindness or the understanding that you've been craving. Just allowing yourself to be with a friend who's never really gotten to tell anybody. Man, that was hard. First, meeting ourselves where we are in the discomfort. What it felt like to not get that, so as to not override the little one inside that is in pain. Wow, that must have hurt that you didn't get this. How did that make you feel? Noticing that your body starts to relax a little bit and breathe when you offer yourself the listening to the pain. that you can hold yourself in understanding that others did it to you in innocence, and at the same time allowing yourself to feel the pain of being the receiver of their unconsciousness. As we allow this energy to shift and settle, we tell ourselves, I see now that you want this from me, as this is the only place we can get it from first now. I have the power to feel this way and offer you this in sensations and energies and words. And then we can watch as the world meets us. You are worthy and deserving of these energies, even if you didn't get it from others. Remember, just because I didn't get it doesn't mean I don't deserve it. Perhaps it's foreign and unfamiliar to me, but I'm not unworthy. It's just new. So breathe and let your eyes relax, your body relax. Easy breaths, nice and still. As we begin to fill ourselves with the energies we crave. So allowing yourself, without trying to think your way through this, what would the energy of the word that you wanted feel like in your body? So I offer myself patience all the time in the world. I offer myself understanding. I get it. What is it for you? You can even say those words in your mind. I offer myself this and this. Or maybe you need to speak quietly in your mind, or maybe you just need to sit in these feelings for no reason at all before the external world reflects it back to you. Give yourself what you've been looking for and let life be a powerful teacher. I offer you this, I comfort you with this, I hold you in this. Might feel really foreign and uncomfortable at first because you have not been used to giving this to yourself as it wasn't given to you. But slowly we flex a new muscle. And every day we can just take a moment to feel these feelings. I offer you this. Maybe it's in words or sensations or energy, but just breathe it in, let it expand through your body, resting in the safety of your own love. Watching magic follow suit as the atoms in life around you align with your new set point. Just breathing into this on your own, offering yourself the medicine that you need today. Slowly starting to bring your awareness right behind your eyes, planted in your body. The body is connected to the surface under and behind you. Back in your breath. And as you feel ready, you can gradually start to stretch and wiggle and move. Opening your eyes whenever you're ready.